So unless you've been on a holiday to planet Jupiter, you would know that we are going through a coronavirus crisis, COVID-19 crisis. And many of us are self-isolating at home, and probably more of us are going to be self-isolating at home in the near future. And many of us have been running through supermarkets, stocking up on food and cleaning products. So in this video, I thought I'd do something a little bit different and tell you about some of the over-the-counter medicines I'm keeping in my own house to deal with this crisis. Let's go. Welcome to Pharmacist Formula. My name is Jibril. This channel is all about health and well-being. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. So before we crack on, let me just say this list is my list. These are all over the counter stuff, should be available over the counter. And please always follow the government advice where you are. Follow your physician's advice. Make sure you watch to the end of the video, because some of the items on this list you'll be like, really? I never thought of that. Let's have a look. The first item I'm keeping is paracetamol, or as you Americans call it, acetaminophen or Tylenol. The reason I'm keeping it is it's great for pain, aches and pains, headaches, all these kind of pains that you might get, God forbid, if you contract the infection. And it's really good for fever as well, and it's well tolerated. So lots of different people can take it, kind of all ages, even pregnant women can take it. So it's a very well tolerated tablet with very few side effects. Now let's move on to cough syrups. Now personally, I'm not a great believer in cough syrups. I can't even remember the last time I used a cough syrup. But on this occasion, because I read that one of the symptoms of COVID-19 is this just continuous hacking cough, dry, tickly, continuous cough. I think it might be a good idea to keep something for dry cough at home. Now the brand I have here might not be available where you are. Not a problem, just try and get something for dry cough. That personally I'm planning to take it at night time, just so that I can get a decent night's sleep and other people in the house can get a decent night's sleep. But otherwise I'm not a big fan of cough syrups, and they should be kept to a minimum. The next item might surprise you, just boiled sweets. I'm a big fan of these because when you have this continuous cough, when you have some sort of an infection and you have a terrible sore throat, they really help by keeping your throat moist. You just suck on them every couple of hours or so, and they just keep your throat nice, soothed and lubricated, especially if you have this continuous hacking cough, which is really irritating to your throat. So I think this is a good idea to keep at home. Next item might be also a little bit of a surprise, is oral rehydration sachets, or one of the brands is called Diarolite. I don't know if that's available in North America, but you should have something similar. So these are basically salts that replace any salts you lose, because if you have say vomiting or diarrhea, some people can develop vomiting as a subsequent or as a side effects to just continuously coughing. Some people can start vomiting, and when you vomit you lose salts, and when you have diarrhea you can lose salts. So these, you just mix them in some water and you drink them regularly, and they replace the salts you lose. On to the next item, and it's vitamin D. So if you are lucky enough to live in a very sunny environment like, I don't know, Texas or the Middle East, you're getting plenty of sunshine, you probably don't need to worry about this too much. But if you, like me, you live in that, kind of Northern Europe, and you're not getting much sunshine, and you are self-isolating at home for 3 months, you're getting even more, even less sunshine, so this might be an issue. But vitamin D is really important for bone health and for immune health. So you don't want to be deficient in vitamin D, and we get most of our vitamin D from the sunshine, from the act of sunshine on our skin. And obviously if you're getting less sunshine, you're going to have less vitamin D. So the one I have here is a very special high strength one. I do not recommend you use this unless you know what you're doing, unless you're a healthcare professional. You can get a regular daily dose vitamin D from your chemist, lots of different brands. I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is a good idea to keep at home. Another item I normally keep at home, but I'm especially keeping at home now, is multivitamins. I prefer people to be getting their vitamins and minerals from their diets, but these times when the food supply chain might be struggling, you might not be getting as much fruit and vegetables. But if you're lucky enough to be getting all your fruit and vegetable needs from your diet, you probably don't need these. And the final item on our list is the antibacterial hand gel. So these are like gold dust at the moment here in the UK. You just can't get them anywhere. But they're really important, because the #1 way to contract or transmit COVID-19 is hands, nose, mouth and eyes. So you touch it with your hands, you pick it up with your hands, you put it in your mouth, you stick your finger in your nose, or you touch your eye, and that's it. It's through. The way to minimize this is to frequently clean your hands with antibacterial hand gels, especially when you're out and you're not near a tap and soap. Then these are really, really good to use because you don't need water with them. Let me just say, governments across the planet are advising people to stay at home if you don't need to go out. If you don't need to go out, stay at home. You'll be saving lives. You'll be taking the pressure of your health service. So take this advice. Do you have any comments? Leave any comments below this video. See you soon. Take care.